Hello, I'm Irene Camerano. I am a resident of Sterling, and I have been since 1940. So I've seen things come and go in Sterling. I have been asked to come to the Electric Light Department to tell you people about the battery system. It's absolutely phenomenal to think that we are saving $400,000 a year.
The town of Sterling, Massachusetts, population 8,000, is best known as the birthplace of the beloved nursery rhyme Mary Had a Little Lamb. But recently, it has garnered some serious international attention for its commitment to community resiliency and clean energy.
We were #1 in the country for solar watts per customer. That was a huge pride moment for us. You could see on certain days when the thunderstorms or the snow cover that there were some issues during peaking periods that the solar wasn't available. It actually would hurt us because it's there during the day but disappears during other times. The cost of capacity was going up. Our transmission costs were going up from 2010 to 2017. They've gone from $500,000 to $1.2 million. We learned very quickly that we had to do something different. We need some security for that solar. We started looking for alternatives.
It's a great technology. There's no cost for fuel, there's no emissions, it's local, but the drawback is you can't flip a switch and turn on your solar panels. And the way to do that is to put a battery in between the solar and the grid.
Utilities like Sterling Municipal Light Department purchase electric services like capacity and transmission from ISO New England and their regional network service provider. Prices can fluctuate greatly depending on supply and demand in the regional market. When electricity demand is at its peak, prices for electricity and electric services are highest. By installing a battery system, a municipal utility like Sterling can start to control how and when it buys electric services from the ISO. This is important because reducing purchases during times of regional peak demand will save money for the utility and its ratepayers.
Battery storage in the next 10 to 15 years is going to be almost a mandatory thing to have. It's an absolute no-brainer to put this type of a system in place now to protect yourself against the rising cost of capacity.
Batteries can be used to reduce your bills. They can be used to avoid other dirtier technologies from powering your home or your business.
What we're looking at right here is a battery rack. An energy storage rack is about 100 kilowatts, 100 kilowatt hours. Each individual module has monitoring and controls, safety being first and foremost.
At this point, we know it works. What we're demonstrating now is not the technology, it's the economics.
This project represents the next steps forward in ensuring Massachusetts has a clean, affordable, resilient energy future. And we're pleased to have awarded $1.46 million in grant to the Sterling Municipal Light Department.
We were very fortunate to get this Community Clean Energy Resiliency Initiative grant from the Department of Energy Resources for Massachusetts. Now we had the money, we had an idea, and we had to put it into play and work with the Clean Energy States Alliance, Sandia National Labs, Department of Energy with Imre.
So the storage is a natural partner of renewable energy because it changes the renewable energy into something that is dispatchable, that is predictable.
And so for the first time in the electric field, this is after 120 years, you're really seeing the potential for kind of a system change.
If you use energy storage to curtail the spike of your own city's demand for electricity at certain points, you can save thousands of dollars.
Sterling uses its battery system to store low-cost electricity by charging the batteries with local solar power during the day, or by purchasing cheap power from the grid during low demand times, such as during the night. Then, at times of regional peak demand, Sterling releases or discharges stored electricity from the batteries, so it doesn't have to buy as much electricity when grid power is most expensive. This reduces the cost of electricity for the ratepayers, and it also reduces Sterling's transmission and capacity payments to the grid operator. These payments are calculated based on the amount of power that Sterling purchases during peak pricing periods for each month and each year. Reducing purchases of electricity during peak pricing saves hundreds of thousands of dollars per year for Sterling's ratepayers.
Annual savings I think we get from the batteries we expect to be almost to $400,000. And that's on the conservative side. Without the grant, the payback period for this project would be about 7 years. With the grant, we look at the payback period about 2.5 years.
There are monetized and unmonetized benefits. Resiliency is a benefit that is more difficult to monetize, but equally important.
We had a major ice storm in town, so we had customers out as far as 2 weeks. Most of them were out at least a week. Central Mass was in pretty tough shape that time.
When you have cities and towns without power for 14 days before Christmas and you see kids in shelters saying, I just wish we had electricity, you always want to make sure we have enough power. You want to make sure there's enough energy in a time of crisis.
Storage is very reliable. You want to provide reliability to the police and the dispatch center.
The Sterling battery storage system is designed to power the town's police station and dispatch center for about 2 weeks in the event of a grid outage or disaster. With the local solar array, the batteries can power the town's police station even longer by recharging the batteries with solar, meaning Sterling's first responders will be able to help people in need if a natural disaster knocks out the grid.
We don't know when the next Superstorm Sandy's coming or the next ice storm's coming, but we know now we're prepared.
And we're a small police department. If another occasion like an ice storm were to happen, I think large agencies would not be prepared as the little town of Sterling is.
We're now looking at grid scale types of battery storage that are enabling whole communities to be able to power critical resources from batteries when the grid goes down. And at the same time, we can reduce what our current technologies are costing us in terms of not only a price tag, but also in terms of environmental quality.
We were looking at bringing natural gas in, building peaker plants right here in town. Then this opportunity came along, and that got pushed to the side completely.
We need municipalities to be leading by example. We need them to be the torchbearers of these new technologies, to show their residents and businesses that this works and these are the benefits.
Energy storage is the critical piece of the puzzle to ensuring a clean, green, cost-efficient, and reliable energy source. What is happening in Sterling is giving us a glimpse of the future. And this future is not that far off if we get the right policies in place.
I see it as a natural occurrence. Energy storage is a game changer. It will change everything from the way electricity is purchased to the way it is used by consumers.
We've had probably 8 or 9 municipal light plants already come to look at this project, continuing from other countries, from Taiwan, Japan, Germany.
Everybody's eyes are on us.
Yeah, if people are coming looking at us, we're proud to get it done.
It takes everyone. It takes the office staff, the operations crew, the board. They're sharp guys and they're good workers, and they took it. There was a certain pride knowing that they're pioneers.
The town of Sterling takes care of us. And if someone is going to help you in a disaster, you have a good feeling. You're not alone.
I think working for a public utility is a way of life. It's weekend, it's watching thunderstorms, it's watching snowstorms. Anyone that's in this industry understands that. We're owned by the people we serve.
Sterling is the first town to install a grid-scale battery system in Massachusetts, but it won't be the last. Already other municipalities are planning similar projects. Energy storage is economical, fast to install, and it works. If you would like to learn more about how energy storage can benefit your community, visit www.resilient-power.org or sign up to receive more information at the bit.ly link shown on the screen.